Many creatures display the desire to self-intoxicate, perhaps just for its own sake, a sensory holiday while the body can stay static if required. Fruit fermented, monkeys demented, soporific plants, rabbits in a trance, a hit from a bong. Ooh, me completely gone. Desperate to look cool, a teenage fool with bells on, genetically tweaked, grown to freak out, dopamine levels release. Inner devils a spluttering bout, I nearly passed out and onto the armchair I had to hold to prevent a mental implode. Cognitive receptors fired out the message to talk. I managed, I've just got to walk back to my room now. Somehow leg muscles responded, feet first, head last, unhinged like some giant airship. Binged on THC, a montage of every horror movie ever consumed. Here now, back in bed, falling into the abyss where my head used to be. Freddy Krueger slashing at my flesh, all the way back to Bambi's mother's death. God. Focusing now on some bodily discomfort. Small at first like a seed, soon watered with paranoia, and a tree bearing fruits of pure terror, ripe and ready to fall into complete para-hyperschizo disorder. I let out a scream, ah! Something like that. Primal and raw, it ripped through my skin and straight to the core, and it was also heard next door. One of my mates came round, mashed out of his mind. I insisted, I'm dying. And that he had to find a telephone and dial 999, and it actually happened. I was whisked away in a whirl of white fabric, glared at by nurses, heard doctors' curses. I insisted no substance inhalation had occurred, but my ginormous pupils did more than infer this was not the case. They screamed really loudly that I was off my face. Had this been the Dark Ages, I'd have had my skull trepanned 50 years into the future, no doubt shoved in a home and bedpanned. With his large hands to the table, I was pinned. And after the examination, the diagnosis, trapped wind. My God, where would I start explaining to my friends that I just needed to fart? Cerebral nightmare endured, and to think it could have been easily cured by the expulsion of gases from the regions of nether. Did I tell them all? Well, no, of course I never. A tale of grumbling appendix was concocted because street cred is knocked down dead. One big full stop at the admission of a caged windy pop. Thank you.